Good morning. How are you guys today? I have another toddler story time. My friend sent me a bunch of suggestions on what I could name or call these. Do I remember any of them? No, right now. But I'm going to go back and look, and I might just title these. I don't know. In nursery yesterday, it's probably just one story, really, but he is cute and it's worth telling. In nursery yesterday, a little boy named Bryland. Um, so let me preface by saying every time when I do um, the Bible story and a prayer, I have all the kids sit around the table and we're going to have a snack. And I have them reach into their pockets to get their imaginary listening ears and put them on. So it goes something like this. They have to go into their pockets, even if they're wearing dresses, they're pretend pockets. It's fine. We do the same thing every Sunday. And then they have to put on their listening ears, right? And then the most important part is to turn them on. And I explained that your listening ears cannot work if your talking mouths are talk. Your listening ears cannot work if your talking mouths are going at the same time. That they cancel each other out. This has always worked really well for me. They love this little game, whatever. So they put on their listening ears, and Ryland raises his hand. He's like, "I forgot mine at home," and I'm like, "Oh, he's gonna outsmart my pretend game. That's cool." So I go over to him and I reach into my pretend pockets and I let him borrow my listening ears. Here I am thinking that I am outsmarting the outsmarter. And that works. We get through prayer time and story time and all of the things. Life is great. And at the very end, I gather up all my kiddos for circle time. And this is where I take prayer requests and we pray for family and friends and whatever they might want to talk about, anything they want to thank Jesus for. And we sing some silly songs, and then we'll end with a praise or worship song to God. So again, I'm having them put on their listening ears before we start prayer because if you've ever done nursery with 2 and 3 year olds, things get crazy real quick, and chaotic and hectic. So they need to like bring their energy level down so we can talk to God for a minute. So I have them all put on their listening ears, which most of them did, no problem. So Ryland raises his hand again and he says, Teacher Ree, yeah, but he says, not that he lost them, mind you, not that they're damaged. He's very intelligent, very smart little boy. Teacher Ree, my batteries died. My listening ear batteries died. I'm like, oh, honestly, what do I say at this point? Fair point, kid. Mine too. After 2 hours of nursery, mine too have died. So I'm like, well, let's just get through prayer time to Jesus, and then you can recharge them at home. He's like, okay. So he pulled himself together and he got through prayer time. But I just thought it was so funny that first he forgot his pretend listening ears at home, and I had to let him borrow mine. But then when we had to put them back on again after playtime, his batteries were dead. Which honestly fitting. That's so fair because my batteries also were drained. So facts, kid. Um, Let me know if you guys want to keep hearing nursery or preschool story time from toddlers. If I should name this series of story times, what do you guys think? All right, I love you guys today. I hope you have the best day.